Hey everyone, welcome to your first asynchronous lesson. You have three different parts to this lesson today. The first part is going to be hearing an overview about our The Things They Carried unit. After that, you guys are going to be working on creating a presentation on some Vietnam background information. And then the final part will be you getting some time to continue working on your summer assignment. So, our objective today for the Vietnam War section, you'll be able to understand the historical background of the Vietnam War and its influence on the things they carried. You'll know you're successful with accomplishing that task if you can synthesize research on the Vietnam War into a mini presentation that highlights its influence on Tim O'Brien's The Things They Carried. So I first go over our unit overview. This is my favorite part of the unit where we get to talk about why are we learning what we're learning, what is important and why study this. So at the end of this mini section, you guys will be able to understand the scope of our unit. You'll understand the questions that we're asking, what skills you're going to work on, and how you're going to be assessed at the end of it. So some inquiry questions. IB is huge on inquiry questions. Anytime you are in a unit of study, you're going to have different types of questions that you're going to be working through throughout the unit. So one of our major questions is, why do we read and write literature? Why do we care about stories? And so we're going to take some time for you guys to really suss out, why do we do this? Why is it important? What does it reveal about our humanity? And then additionally, we'll be looking a lot at the author's craft. So you'll be thinking about, how do writers make creative choices? How do they use juxtaposition, irony, in order to construct the meaning that they're seeking? And as you already know through reading The Things They Carry, truth is such an important element, the difference between story truth and happening truth. And so we'll be looking at, to what extent is truth important in a piece of fiction. Now, more skills-based questions, these are things that you'll be asking yourself as you are working on achieving these skills. So like, how do you read a text, like The Things They Carried, like a writer? So you're going to be writing your own piece. How do you read his work and think about, how are you going to steal techniques that he uses? How do you write, edit, and publish your own work? And how do you participate in academic inquiry-based discussions? So here are some of your assessments. You're going to be assessed in three different skill categories. For writing, you'll be writing a published creative nonfiction piece using some of O'Brien's literary techniques. I'm so excited. You guys are going to be putting together an ebook that we're going to publish as a class called The Things We Carry. And it's going to be these stories about yourselves, and you're going to show me that you understand how an author uses style to create meaning, because you'll be practicing using some of O'Brien's work techniques. You'll also be practicing speaking. We're going to have a lot of discussion-based groups called Harkness circles, kind of similar to Socratic seminars, and you'll be practicing asking open-ended questions, extending other people's thinking, and using evidence from the text. And then finally, we're going to really be practicing reading. And so you'll show that you have accomplished this by annotating a really amazing excerpt of The Things You Carried. So some skills that you're going to be working on for reading, you'll be able to understand and analyze different writing techniques such as litany, juxtaposition, irony, matter-of-fact tone as we go through. You'll also understand how that contributes to the author's purpose and how an author's style enhances his craft. You're going to do all of that because you're going to become a writer yourself, and you want to see, what does a writer do effectively, so that you can steal those techniques in your own creative nonfiction piece. So for writing, when you're writing your creative nonfiction piece, you're going to really pay attention to style and technique in your own writing. You'll be critiquing yours and a peer's writing in order to improve. It's going to be edited, polished, ready for publication. We're going to put it all together. At the very end, you'll reflect on your growth as a writer. And finally, for speaking, we're going to have a lot of discussions in our class, and so you'll have the opportunity to practice the skills of opening, asking open-ended questions that facilitate discussion, elaborate on other people's thinking, and using evidence. So what you guys are going to do now is go through and answer some of these questions on your Nearpod, and then go on over to the Vietnam War background. Have a great day, guys.